All right, new stock, new video, Cerebra Integrated Technologies. Is that what the name is? Let's see, Cerebra Integrated Technologies Limited. Uh, the ticker is Cerebra Int, and right now on the 8th of December, it's currently trading at 83.5 rupees. This has come up in our scanner for a long position for a holding period of up to a few months. Now let's see, how this works. So our analysis is going to be on three time frames: monthly, weekly, and daily. We start following the trend from the monthly time frame, take that bias to the weekly time frame, and execute our trade on the daily time frame. Right. So on the monthly time frame, we want to see if the stock is bullish. It's actually quite bullish. In fact, we could have picked this up such a long time ago, but I think we got this at the right time when we did. What are the conditions, and how are we going to place this trade? On the monthly time frame, if you see, it started off, in the listing was in 2013, and then ever since it has risen, and then there was a sharp decline, I think in the year of in 2018 through to 2020. The entire year of 2020 was quite rough. In fact, it tried to do a good pullback, but then this failed. We see that there is a W pattern as well. In fact, we're not looking for these kind of patterns. If anybody else is, and I'm sure you'd be interested to see this pattern and what it means for you. But for us, what we're looking for are the crossovers on the moving averages. Which we saw this crossover, the bullish crossover here. After the bullish crossover, the price has moved on the monthly time frame. It has taken a nice retest towards the moving averages, a pullback, and then a resulting pullback failure, which is the sign of a resumption of the trend, right? So also, it has broken its all-time highs last month, and now on its way to creating new highs. So let's see how that will work out. On the weekly time frame, such a beautiful move actually. If you see, yes, there was consolidation. This was a nice bullish consolidation. In fact, after that, you see the move a higher high, and then again another higher high, and then another higher high being formed. What's very interesting to see on the weekly time frame, and that we should really focus on, is, I'm sorry, I think I'm catching a cold, but yeah. So here, although this was, you see a few weeks of continuous bearish movement, um, it has tried to do a small phase two. This is a phase two on our, for our bootcamp students, if you know what we mean, what I'm talking about. This is a small phase two in the overall grand scheme of things, right? So after this phase two, this pullback failure would have been an amazing place to enter for the long run, right? And you would have seen that it has actually done quite well from this entry, almost 49-50% in a few months. That's November to December. In fact, one month. So even now it's quite bullish. In fact, there's a nice. So I would not consider this a bearish crossover, but probably just a convergence on the moving averages. Almost of course you can see physically, visibly this is a crossover, but if we were to consider this as a convergence, this would have been a beautiful great divergence, right? Now what's happening now with this stock on the weekly time frame? It is making higher highs. Of course, there was a pullback, but now it is trying to sustain these high prices at 83 levels. Let's see on the daily time frame what's happening. Amazing, right? Amazing. This looks so nice, and I'm sure you'll like me when I say this looks really nice, because on the daily time frame, it has taken a support exactly at the 200 period moving averages and come up above the band, the green band on the daily time frame. This is a good bullish crossover after taking the support on the 200 EMA. That means the price is going away from the moving average, just now, so it is going to start continuing to make higher highs and higher lows on this. That from our pattern recognition, historical pattern recognition, this is something that we can agree on. So if you look at a bullish crossover here, we're just going to try to find a support somewhere around. I don't think we need a support because right now, it's taking good support at the 80 EMA, not even coming anywhere close to the 20 EMA with a rising 20 EMA, and all the moving averages are actually rising really well. For a 200 period moving average to rise like this, for a slow moving average to rise like this has got to be something nice. In fact, even this move was very similar to what we're seeing right now, right? So this move after a consolidation, I think, has done 120%. Right now, from here, we're only about 50% up. I'm looking at another 50% on this from our entry. But let's see how this works, right? So let's find an entry point now. Now that we know that we are completely bullish from the original bias that we've taken on the monthly time frame. So I'm going to move these out and just keep this. Healthy bullish crossover, very good movement to the upside, nice correction on the prices, a lower high and a lower low being formed on these, a nice ring low being formed. Now the rejection of that ring low, right? The pullback failure, the failure on the pullback has happened here. In fact, if you see this, in fact, I tried to study why this could have come up in our scanner if this candle, the previous day's candle, did not make a lower low. But if you see the price here on the OHLC values, when I hover the cursor on this candle, the low is 78. And okay, these are both the same lows. I think this was some other stock that I was looking at, but okay, I think it's the same low. We can consider these two as the as the ring low, and definitely the pullback failure has happened. In fact, it's not just failed this particular high, but it's also broken the previous high of the pure pullback candle. So our entry, we will be looking at this because right now I think it is going to take some resistance. Of course, it has taken resistance here at this level for the day at 84.8, I think 84.9 also. But this is a good stock. This is a healthy looking chart. I think we should be able to pick up some good position sizing on this. Our entry will be, let's place the stop loss now. Very nice. Even the stop loss is not too far away. The prices are sticking to the moving averages. They're respecting moving averages, but they're also very close to moving averages. So we don't have that that whole uncertainty of the price falling too far away from where it is from its current position to the moving average, because the moving averages are also very close by. So what you'll see here is a very gradual move, but a sure move. Like, I mean, when I say sure, disclaimer again, this is not a buying recommendation, but something that that will stick to the movement of the prices. That is something that we're always looking for, right? The movement of the moving averages. So now we've applied the SL long. Entry will be at current levels. Market when the market opens tomorrow 9:15 a.m., or you can place an AM on this and get in as soon as possible. 69.7 will be the stop loss, and we're looking at a 16% move on the upside for a minimum 1:1. Now, when I always, even in the previous videos, I've mentioned this. When I'm talking about a 1:1, it doesn't mean that you have to exit at the 1:1. Please plan your position sizing in such a way that, because this stock is a bullish stock, right? It's a bullish asset. You can capture the move as much as you like, or as much as it moves on the bullish side, without having that fear of missing out on the trade after you've taken an exit from it, right? So I'd say if I'm purchasing 100 quantities on this. I will exit with, let's say, around 60-70% of the original quantity, bring my stop loss back to a sensible point, and then, a lot of people say bring stop loss to cost after, partially booking profits. But stop loss should not be always at cost, because you need to be able to measure the breathing room between your current closing price and the stop loss, right? So that is why we have our stop loss line that auto generates itself with every single candle. So we have to keep looking at this trailing stop loss. We'll talk about it after and when it reaches this this target. So entry at Cerebra integrated will be at 83.5 rupees, around these levels. If you really want to be safe, you can enter after the break of 87.5, 88 rupees also. But since it's looking bullish, we will take an entry around market price for this. And of course, there will be a dip. Don't panic. I mean, prices can come down. We have a set stop loss limit. Of course, no trade is 100% right. Can go 100% right. If this is not part of that high probability, then the stock will come down, touch the stop loss, take you out on a loss which you have already calculated and risked on your capital. So that's not a problem at all. But taking high probability trades, you should be comfortable and quite confident with it, right? And this is one of those trades that I'm quite confident about, because you can look at the bullish nature of this stock. Entry at 83.5, around these levels. Target your stop loss around 69.7, 69.25 is also a very healthy, sensible area to place your stop loss at. Please do your position sizing based on the stop loss that you've set, and not after, not before that. So you will have to understand the quantities that you're taking after you know how much risk you're taking per share, and how much risk you can take on the overall quantities that you're going to be investing in, right? And that should not be more than 10% of the total investment of your capital on this trade. Your target right now will be around 97.35. We're looking at this is, I think this is a 1:2 movement very soon. But since since you see that the stock moves gradually, we're going to see very gradual moves on this. Maybe some dips, maybe some pullbacks. But I think now this is picking up in volume. So entry at 83.5, stop loss at 69.7, and target at 97.35 for Cerebra integrated for now on the daily time frame execution, holding period of a few months. Disclaimer: this is not financial advice. You are free to choose, and in fact, you're free to ignore this entire video. But before you choose to invest, please speak to your financial advisor about this. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll come back with another video. Just please make sure that you subscribe, so that you get the notification every time a video is uploaded. And I think this is essential information. Thank you so much.